Good morning. So this is where I slept last night. As you saw, I redid the main level, and so I felt like sleeping here. And it felt really good. I moved the Technicolor Dream Tree and the elephant crafting station, and it just looks really great. I love the way I set up the main floor. And I love that I have so many places to sleep at the temple. And that means there's a lot of places for you to sleep at the temple. And I'd love you to come spend the night or a few nights here at the temple. If you're ever looking for a place to get away and retreat to, the temple is a sacred, safe place for you. And you could just come and stay and enjoy San Diego and the temple. Or it can be a retreat, and I can give you some of my private session work. Or not. I can leave you alone. And the other cool part about the retreat is it can be a work exchange stay. So, you can stay here, offer me help and support in some areas, and I'll offer you help and support in giving you my private sessions. So, there's a lot of community houses out there that work like this, of work exchange stays and retreats. And I have that in gestation right now. I'm going to be putting together a program for you guys at the temple for a very clear, organized, structured work exchange retreat stay program at the temple. And I'm really excited for that because I really want to create more opportunities for people to experience the magic here, no matter where they are on the financial level or where they are on their spiritual or tantric or artistic journey. Yesterday I met two beautiful, beautiful men, and I've been reaching out a lot more and asking for help and a lot of different places, especially since I'm in Facebook jail right now and still need Facebook support. Talk about me on Facebook, please. Share my stuff on Facebook, please. I'm kicked off until like January 20-something. So, yeah. But anyways, so I have a lot of fans and followers, and I have some people that have been watching me since the beginning of time when I started all this 8 years ago as Elise Mystique, the sexy, spiritual, masked woman. And then I came out as Candace, and so it's really cool when my fans or followers finally reveal themselves, and some of them show up and want to just get to know me personally. Some of them want to get to know me professionally and work with me. Some of them want to do exchanges, and life is a relationship buffet. Everything is a relationship. I'm in relationship with you right now in this video. I'm building relationship with you. I'm building relationship with this nest I'm sitting in right now. And I'm very open, I'm non-monogamous in a really big way. I have so many different relationship styles I'm open to, and right now it's interesting. I have some really serious primary relationship dynamics that are ending and shifting, and like I'm in a big state of inquiry around my relationships and my relationship style and what am I doing? What do I want to do? Like, how am I to be in my life to attract what I want, and really trying to focus on me so I can attract the we that I desire, and creating more space for we-ness at the temple. The Temple of Frolic was never designed to be just me, and that's why I never named my business with the name Tantra. The word temple is extremely vast. It means sacred place, right? And frolic, it's another really vast word. When you think about the word frolic, it's like exuberant, play, joy, fun, bliss. And so there's so many access points to that. And I want more people to come here and shine and their magic and share and teach and co-create and do all different frolicking things. And I'm going to be putting out some new events, some new frolicking events, tantric-centric, non-tantric-centric. I really want to do more events around my private work. That's why I've kind of slowed down on events, because I'm trying to figure out what I really want to do. But I really want to focus on my private session work and what's available there and teaching you guys about that. And then the other big inspiration I have is having events to keep the holiday season alive, all the holidays. So in my Technicolor Dream Tree, there are holiday decorations from every holiday. I just put spider webs and spiders in my tree. And there's masks in it, all sorts of masks. And there's BDSM devices. There's money. There's monkeys. My tree is great. It's just a tree, And underneath the tree is lots of gifts. Gifts that were given to me. Gifts that I'm ready to give away. Gifts that are looking for a home. Gifts that I'm looking to re-nourish that were given to me at one point of time, and that relationship has shifted. And so what I do when I get a gift from someone and the relationship has shifted, I move that gift into a new altar to help transition the shift. I'm very ritualistic and into magic. So yeah. I'm feeling really good emotionally today, and loved and open to love and more love, and I want to make more juicy connections in San Diego and Boston, and I feel like I'm really starting to ground and land some beautiful, yummy, and loving and open and flexible sacred exchange relationships. When I say flexible, it means we wear all different hats, between client, student, provider, lover, business partner, colleague, friend, all that, A lot of my relationships wear a lot of hats. I'm a pretty big person doing a lot of big things. And I like relating to people that want to do big things and helping people in achieving their big things, So if you have big dreams and desires that you want to manifest in the new year, let me know. I'd like to help you in that. And, now that I just said that, I feel like I want to create an event. I want to create some sex magic events for ritualistic intention setting and creating what we want in our life every day. How's that sound, guys? My brain is turning back on a little bit today. I did some braining, but I still could use some support. And what that means and looks like to me is it's like I'm very feminine and flowy and in womb space, and there's so many creative ideas. And what really helps me is to have people to talk to on phone or video or in person and just put it all out there, and then they help me consolidate and put it into the form of a program or a class or content, So I'm so flowy and so wordy that it's very hard for me to structure and organize things. And I need support with someone that has a more concise communication modality and knows how to consolidate and clarify my wonky woo wordiness and my crazy creative flow and put it into tangible things, I'm struggling to tangify, ground, and land these fucking amazing ideas that I need to put out there, man. And it's kind of like bugging me, but I'm trying not to shame myself. It's like, whatever, you're in gestation. Like, it'll come when it comes, when it's meant to come. And the right support will come when it's meant to come. And you'll do the work that you're supposed to do at the time that you're supposed to do it. Like, there's no right or wrong way. Like, it just is, you know? So I'm celebrating the isness today. And I have a great session set up for myself. If you don't know anything about IFS or internal family systems therapy, it's amazing. And if you want a reference to an amazing IFS provider that works on a sliding scale budget and does phone and video sessions, that's also really sex positive and amazing, reach out to me via phone, though. You know that. 603-247-5288. I'll give you the referral. She's amazing. So I have a session with her today, and I'm really excited about to help me get clear on like all the inner workings of Candace. Like, internal family systems is really about dissecting and getting comfortable and making friends with all the parts of yourself and giving them voice and taking time and space to really celebrate and be one with all the parts of you. Because sometimes they're all just like, they're like having this conversation and going at it, right? And then when we get clear and identify them and label them and give them a name and a place and a story and something to do, and it's really helpful. So internal family systems is really great, especially if you identify as one of those people that feels all over the place, or if you've ever been diagnosed, because there's a lot of mental illness diagnoses that are very legitimate, and then there's some mental illness diagnoses, this is just my personal belief and based on my experience, that are temporary experiences that mimic a mental illness that you can work through. And so 2 of the mental illnesses that I personally have been diagnosed with, that I've been able to work through with things like internal family systems, is borderline personality disorder and dissociative personality disorder. Those are 2 disorders or mental illness diagnoses that are generally, they come from PTSD. Multiple forms of PTSD turn into these things. Like the personality, the person literally fragments because the trauma that the person endured is too much for the one person to handle, right? And so, the best thing for the human to do is to fragment and disassociate and create different personalities to manage all the stuff going on. Right? So another thing, if you didn't know about me, I'm really intellectual and I have a background in counseling. I worked in the field of addiction treatment, trauma coaching, counseling, therapy for 6 years. I went to college for it, did the whole song and dance in that world. So I have an extensive background in trauma therapy, PTSD, addiction, mental illness, and a lot of modalities of treatment and counseling and therapy, both on a personal level that I received and then on a professional level that I gave. I was a mess and I had to do a lot of work. And in that work, like, I've always been that person that's been in service. When I was a little girl, during recess, they used to give me the job to be the recess ground moderator for when children had altercations. And I loved having that job. I felt so cool. I felt like, I was like this little child magician that was able to help people navigate through their stuff and stretch my capacity so far to see every angle and help, not moderate, mediate, sorry. I was like the recess grounds mediator. That was my job. Like, I was more into doing that. Like, I would play. I loved playing, but if someone needed support or help, there was little Candace, ready to fucking show up and help. So that's what I've been doing my whole life. I love helping. And, when I was in the world of like needing help and I learned about trauma and mental illness and addiction, I went to college for it and got so involved in that, the whole time. I was also in service, I worked at different treatment facilities. I've spoken at high schools and institutions and worked at many nonprofit organizations. And yeah, I did that dance for 6 years. And then 8 years ago, it all shifted. And I became Elise Mystique. I was a webcam model and a fetish supplier, and then I became a pro dominatrix, and then I embraced tantra, and celebrating spirituality and sexuality and the whole spectrum of life, sexual, spiritual, love, empowered relating. Yeah, so, all right, I said a lot, man. All right, I gotta go. Have a great day. And if you want to reach me, if there's anything I said here that inspired you to want to reach out to me, 603-247-5288. I'm blind. If you need to send me a text, please keep it short and concise. But what I really like is audio and video messaging. And there's audio and video messaging options that work just like a text message. And they're available on text messaging apps, as well as 2 other really cool apps you can download. One's called Marco Polo and one called WhatsApp. WhatsApp is my most commonly used one because you could do so much on there. And I schedule phone conversations, just an FYI. I ignore my phone a lot. I don't like taking phone calls. I turn my phone off because I really like being in a mindful place. I only turn my phone on every once in a while. So I schedule phone conversations, and then I check my phone in between and do the audio and video. And, I really don't like texting. So short, concise text until we arrange time for phone calls as necessary. Something else? Nah. That's all I got, guys. If you haven't joined the Temple of Frolic, join the Temple of Frolic. We're everywhere. Meetup, Eventbrite, FetLife, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I am kicked off Facebook right now for like a month. I can't do anything on there. But you could talk about me on there. You could post on my Candace Marie Divinatrix page. And like, please do post my events in my newsletter and my stuff, and like tell people that I'm in Facebook jail. You could tag me. If you just start typing my name, it'll pop up, and you could tag me and say, hey, Candace is in Facebook jail, but if you really want to like follow her and know what's going on and receive her love, then get on Instagram or YouTube or FetLife or join the meetup, you know what I mean? So if you want to support me, you can. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to link up and follow me, there's so many ways to do it. If you want to reach me, my phone is the way. And I'll be in Boston January 24th through 30th and March 4th through 9th. But you can always come to San Diego, remember? And I offer really amazing, if you've never experienced tantric phone and video sessions, they're really powerful. You can do a lot of work over the phone and video. So please don't let geography keep you from doing and connecting with me in any ways that you feel like you really want to. I'm very open in a lot of ways to doing a lot of different kinds of tantra work. And the worst thing that could happen, if you ask me if I'm open to working with you in a certain way, I might say no. Or I might offer a negotiation another way, I usually do that. I usually always find another way to meet you where you're at. I like doing that. So you don't know if you can get what you want if you don't ask for it. So ask what you want. What's stopping you? What's in the way? Give yourself permission. I'm giving you permission to reach out to everyone today and to do everything you wanted today because you deserve it. You're worth it. Your wants are worth being fulfilled. And the worst that can happen is that it won't be fulfilled. Or you'll get a no. Or you'll have to find another way, right? But you don't know unless you ask or you pursue it. You got to pursue what you want to find the pathway to it. I love you. And, when I say that, I want you to know I mean it. Like, that's how much love I have. If you really knew me, you'd know that I was born with a broken heart. I was born with 2 holes in my heart. I had open heart surgery at a year old, and I was really sick for the first year of my life. And I was born to 3 really sick, drug-addicted, mentally ill parents that didn't know how to take care of me. And I learned at a very young age how to love. And as broken as my heart was, the heart is a fucking powerful piece of machinery that every human is gifted with. And no matter what the physical capacity of your heart, you can fight and you can love. In my heart, man, I smoked a lot of crack, did a lot of heroin, done some fucked up shit. I shouldn't be alive with the heart condition I have, but I am. I have the power to love. My heart has not stopped pumping, even though I have an irregular heartbeat. Actually, I have an extra heartbeat. It's pretty cool if you listen to it. I have a very unique, funky heartbeat. Doctors are always like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's my ASD and VSD. My heart defects. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.